Yeah, barbers, cosmetologists, hair industry professionals, and all others who support. Welcome to the hottest podcast in the barber and beauty industry, the Clipped Podcast. I'm your host, Prince the Fit Barber, but we got a great guest host today, my man Boom. Boom, how you doing, man? Introduce yourself to the people, man.
What's going
Hey, what
on,
up,
man?
world? You already know what it is. Your boy Chico Boom coming to you live from sunny, beautiful Fort Myers, Florida. Hey, man, it's a pleasure to be here with you fellas, man. I respect both of you and everything that you continue to do. I love these type of podcasts, man. This is how you elevate the game right here. So I'm loving what y'all doing.
It's
Hey,
much
thank you,
love,
brother.
bro. Much
And we're
love.
glad to have you. So, guys, usually, the first where we go is Tank's Take. But Tank's not here today, but we're going to respect our brother and we still going to do Tank's Take. We just going to let Chico Boom fill in for him. Tank messaged me. He said to make this Tank's Take today. So, Tank's Take today is Boom. How late is too late to come in for a haircut? What time do you cut off the haircut? Like,
Mm.
what time do you deny the person from getting a haircut? And when you deny him because he's late, do you still charge him? Yes or no? That's Tank's Take today. Boom, you want to lead us off, man?
Yeah, I take it from the top because we talking about time.
Right.
And time is a chapter in my book titled Success from Behind a Chair. So, as a professional barber, you cannot have true success behind the chair if you allow anyone to play with your time.
Mm,
And on the flip side, if you are playing with other people's time, meaning if you are taking extended breaks or not coming to work whenever you need to, 5 minute grace period is my standard. I sell slots. I sell appointment slots every 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes. I can do a haircut in 5 to 10 minutes. I could do a simple fade or whatever, but you want to give people quality and you want to give them service. So I'll give them 30-minute slots.
mm.
So every 30 minutes, I have another person. I have another person after that. I have another person after that. I'm completely booked solid. So 10, 15 minutes that you're late can put me back 10 to 15 minutes. Now, these people that have been with me for 20 plus years, they are groomed. They are molded to knowing that they are going to get out at a certain time. You see, so
Mm-hmm.
they already got a program in their mind that they in 30 minutes they're going to go and go off to their appointment, or their doctors. They're going to go off, go back to work or whatever the case. But if I play with one person's time, and I let one person get away with it, it's gonna have a domino effect and play with everybody else's time. And then in
Absolutely.
turn, I'm getting out of work later. I'm getting out of work at a later time. I'm not coming home to dinner with my kids at the time that I said I was. I have dinner reservations. Those got messed with. I just been doing this way too long to sit there and allow someone to play with my time and affect my personal life, because people need to understand that, yes, we are dedicated professionals who love our craft, but we are also people and we matter too. And someone else's mistakes or someone else's tardiness or someone else's lack of respect or time for me should not affect my life or my children's
Bro,
life, anyone around.
preach.
Ooh,
Boom,
bro,
talk to him.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
there's
All
so much that
facts.
goes behind that time thing. It's a sensitive subject, you see. So
Yeah.
when when you talk about time, I can go on and on and on talking about
Right.
why it's important that we value ourselves as professionals in this industry. Don't let nobody play with your time, man. Shame on them. You can fire them if they
Right.
continue.
Fire.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yo, listen, I don't know if anybody could go behind that because you said it all, man, brother. But D Blends, what you got to say, man? What's your take on that? How much, how short, how late is too late?
I do 10-minute grace periods. And it's like I said, and afterwards, if you do miss that grace period, you still show up, I'm gonna charge you because like Boom said, like you gonna say, like everybody's gonna say, my time is still a factor. I value my time. I value your time. I'm gonna be on time. When you get here, I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be set up. I'm not gonna be cleaning my clippers off when you pull up. I'm gonna be ready behind the chair, ready to cut your hair. So 10 minutes, and after that, it's on to the next client.
Yeah,
Amen.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Amen.
So me myself, I use Squire. It makes it real easy for me, man. Barbers, hop on that Squire wave if you don't got it, man. Listen, it makes it real easy. So what I do is I just set it to 15 minutes. I set it that you got an hour before. I put it an hour. A lot of people put 24 hours before. I give you all the way up until an hour. You got up until an hour before your haircut to cancel your appointment. If not, it's going to charge you the full price.
Yeah.
Now, after when once that hour comes, you got an hour appointment. It already charged you. Now you got 15 minutes to get in here and sit in the chair and let's get to it. or I'm not gonna cut you at all. You feel me? So, and for all the reasons that Boom already stated, all the reasons you stated, and I love what Boom said with the whole "I'm selling you a slide." I never looked at it that way. I never worded it that way, but that's
Neither
exactly
have I,
how
but
I
that
see
makes
it.
sense.
But it makes sense, and that's how I've been seeing it in my mind the whole time. I'm selling you this slot because, just like Boom said, I could do this haircut in 10 minutes if I wanted to. If it was a haircut, so let's say I got some dudes get a number 2 on the side and finger length on top with the scissors. I could do that in 5 minutes if I
Right.
wanted to.
Right.
But like you said, you want to sell them the experience. I'm selling you a time slot. So in this time slot, it doesn't matter what haircut you're gonna get. I'm not selling you the haircut. I know I can do whatever you want in this time slot. I'm trying to sell you an experience. That's why I'm loving having the sweet life here because I can really give them the experience I want to. So everything he said was valid, but that one I really resonate with. And basically, yeah, you got 15 minutes. Guys, put it in your comments. What do you think? Are you letting what your little homie slide? I don't care if it's family neither. What y'all think? Family, friends, everybody got the same amount of time. 15
Everybody.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Comment what
for
you
real.
guys think.
I want to add too that the haircut is free. We love to cut hair. How many free haircut did y'all boys do when
Bro,
you?
you
The
blowing my
haircut is
mind.
free. The haircut is
So
free.
many.
You paying for the
I'm not
experience.
charging you for the haircut because the haircut is
Wow.
something I love to do. The reason I became a barber was because I had the freedom to create, recreate, give you a another look back at my work and say, damn, man, I made this a person look different. I made them look good. I got them ready for a job. I got them ready for a wedding. I got them ready for their big day, whatever the case. We
Yep.
love it.
Yo, boom.
We
Yo,
do it for the passion, but we are charging for the time, the experience, and the therapy. Because we giving you therapy, man. We giving you free
bro,
game. We giving you advice. We talking to
it's
you
crazy you put it like
into
that, bro.
fixing your marriage. We bringing back them families back together. I got the mom bringing the kid on one weekend. I got the dad bringing them on the other. I'm talking to both of them, man. Y'all go ahead and fix things. And then the next time they coming together, they walking through through the barber shop together, holding hands. They done kissed and made up, but it was because of us. We made that
Let's
happen.
go.
You
Let's
feel
go.
me?
Yo, it's
So
crazy. But
that's what we
listen,
charging for.
I used
That's
to,
what
I
we
used to
charging.
be. It's crazy that you put it like that, bro. Because sometimes, like especially when I get a big tip or something, pause, $100 or something like that. Like I would think to myself, bro, like I'll feel grateful that I'm getting paid for this. Like half the time, I feel grateful. Half the time,
Yeah.
I'll be like, yo, if these people don't know, bro, I do it this shit for free. To be honest, they don't even know. When they give me my haircut price, my usual price, I'm always grateful. But anything above that, I always think to myself because, like you said, I'm not selling the haircut. I'm selling the experience. The
Right.
fact
Yeah,
that
they don't
I
have
get,
to give you extra.
bro, the fact that I even get to do this and get paid to do this blows my mind as it is. It used to blow my mind as a beginning barber all the time. When I first started working and my haircuts were barely mediocre and I was barely getting by and I was stressed all the time, somebody still,
Yep.
it was $20 I was cutting for at that point. Somebody stole me 30. I'd be like, bro, 30? All I gotta do is cut 3 people. I'm damn near at 100. Bro, this is the
Crazy.
best career I could ever have in my life. I'm not even that good yet. So
Right.
nah, I like I would do the shit for free. Yo, comment what's up with you. How late can someone be late for you? We want to know here on the Clip Podcast. We gonna move on straight to D's controversy corner. Hey yo, D, bless us with your topic this week, man.
All right, so look, what I want to know from y'all fellas, and boom, I know you were JRL, so I really want your opinion on this for sure. So, would it be beneficial for a barber to leave, take time from behind the chair to go work with a clipper company, or should they stay behind that chair and hustle with the clients? What y'all think about that?
Which one's
Mm.
more bad? Which one's
I,
more
wa- I,
bad? If
I,
it,
I,
what
wa-
are you
I want
asking? Is
boom.
it
I
more
want boom. I
beneficial?
want boom.
You saying is it more
Is it
beneficial?
beneficial? Is it beneficial to leave from behind the chair to go work with a clipper company, or should you stay behind that chair and just focus on your everyday clients?
What?
There's so many. I mean, that is a really, really, really good question right there, man. And I think that a lot of barbers that are starting off in the industry, or maybe they've been in the industry for a while and they want to work with different companies, want to know that is it
Yeah,
worth my
yeah,
time? You got to understand that
Absolutely.
when you step into the game off the rip, right now we live in a very entitled generation where people feel because they have a strong following on Instagram that they have what it takes to become a educator or be an educator. But then when you put them on stage to teach, they can't talk worth a lick. So it starts with on how you speak first and how you present. I think that those two things matter over social media following. Social media following is good when you are influencing people, but we're talking about working for a clipper company as an educator, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
as an educator. Okay, so educator, that's a whole nother ball game. You're going to be sending you to the expos. You're going to be doing 2 or 3 days on the stage and all of that. When you start off, you are not making the money that makes sense off the rip. You know what I mean?
Of
They
course.
giving you
Of course.
a couple $100 or whatever the case, and they want you to go up there and show what you could do. As you grow yourself into a real educator, not someone who just can teach a haircut. And when I say a real educator, someone who has the crowd engaged, someone who knows how to stop, demonstrate, break down everything very articulately. That to me is a real educator versus someone that says, "Hey, you do this right here. You see how I'm doing this little line right here? Okay, take the clipper like that." No, that's not
Yep.
actually. I'm showing somebody, but I'm not educating them. So there's a big difference. So as you grow as an educator and as you grow as a speaker, as a presenter, that company that you're working with is growing with you, and they're going to go ahead and up your pay and what have you. But while you're there at that show on the company's budget, right? Me personally, I just wasn't sitting around. You see, I
Right.
was keeping busy.
Right.
My work ethic is through the roof. So I was making a way to do everything I had to do for these companies, but I would break away and build other relationships with other companies as well
Right.
that weren't interfering with one another, that weren't the same kind of company. So if I was there for a product company, like let's say Rhoda, I work with Rhoda. I've been with Rhoda for 8 years. I started off with Rhoda just cutting hair on stage. Now I don't cut hair with Rhoda on stage anymore. And I'm still working with them internally. I've taken other positions on. So is it worth it long term? Yes. If you're looking at for, oh damn, I could make this at the barbershop in one day and I don't need to leave my home and this and that. You're right, you probably can, but will it open up more opportunities? Will staying behind the chair open up more opportunities? There's a reason why these expos, these shows, these trade shows, these barber battles, why they are around. It's not about the trophy. It's not about the competition. It's about coming together, networking, and growing as a
Absolutely.
whole. And that's how we continue to elevate the
Absolutely.
industry. So is it worth it? Yes, because if I had the mentality of saying, damn, I'm over here going to go work for a couple $100 for this clipper company, I wouldn't be in the position that I am now. I am not an educator for JRL. I'm the education manager. So I have a team of educators that report to me, that I work their schedules, their contracts, where they're going to go for the shows and what have you. We come together as a team, myself, the marketing team, and we schedule out the year. So I'm in a salary position now, where now I gain a salary. I don't need to be behind the chair, and they pay me really good, and they take care of me, and everything that I've ever wanted, I've gotten. But there's so many different elements, and to that question, that statement, there's so
Yeah.
many different
Yeah.
dynamics. If you play it right,
There you
yes,
go.
it is worth it. If you're
There
going
you
in
go.
there thinking I'm David Cuts underscore and I have 200,000 followers and I should be getting paid this much now or whatever the case, and all you're thinking about is today money, then no, just stay behind the chair for that with that type of mentality.
So basically, like with anything else, man,
That's
you gotta
fair.
you gotta show your worth, and you gotta show your value, and educate yourself. Continue to educate yourself and better yourself as you go along. That was valuable, invaluable information. Boom. We
Great
appreciate you.
advice.
I
Great
appreciate it.
advice.
And to all the listeners out there and everybody who's watching, I work with 4 major companies right now. I work with JRL, I work with Rhoda, I work with Squire, I work with Barber. So I got 4 companies in the beauty industry that I work with. And then I have another 5 that I can go to at the drop of a dime if I want to, just because of great relationships. And then that's not even counting all the other companies outside of the beauty industry that I'm entangled with. So, I challenge anybody that after 20 years, if you're still behind the chair, to push yourself
Right.
to do something else.
There
Don't
you
don't.
go.
I always say I'm more than a barber, and when I say that, some people get offended. They be like, "What do you mean you're more than just a barber?" I'm not saying it in a derogatory form. I'm not saying it in a way to undermine anybody who is technically just a barber. I'm saying
Right.
is, hey, a barber is such a powerful position in the community. We are pillars in
There
our
you go.
community. We are leaders in our
There you
community.
go.
We are powerful individuals with this crazy talent. We can take it and become something totally bigger that we could touch more people on a broader scale globally. You know what I
Yeah, it's
mean?
levels. It's levels.
It's level. It doesn't need to stop behind the chair. There's a
Absolutely.
reason. This is a gift, a God's given gift, and I say that to a lot of people. This is a God's given gift to be able to stand behind that chair, go through the roller coaster of emotions of different individuals and personalities that we deal with on a daily basis, and go home with a smile on our face and give our wives and our family the same type of energy that we've been doing, that we gave for 12 or 13 hours.
Yep.
And we do that on a 10-year, 15-year, 20-year period. At some point, you have to take that gift and do something else with it, because you have to say, what else? What's
There you
next?
go.
And I'll
There you
always
go.
be a barber, but I'm not just a barber. I'm a master barber, but I'm an author. I'm a speaker. I'm a host. I work with companies. I have a consultation firm. So there's so many different other things than just saying, hey, I'm just a barber. That
Yeah.
was a
Word.
doorway and a platform to many, many, many other things. I just got back from Italy with my fiance and my son. 2 weeks before that, we were in China. A pair of clippers has taken me all around the world, but I've done something more
There you
with it.
go. There you go. So
That's
that leads me
big.
right into my answer, which is I definitely see the benefit for the same reasons Boom was saying. I believe that we're meant to be more. I believe that if you're being a barber, you're a barber. That means you're a servant of your community. That means you look
Mm-hmm.
out. Like I said before, I feel grateful to even that people are even paying me to do it in the first place. So with that said, I've been through a lot. Follow Prince the Fit Barber. I'm not gonna go through it right now, but my whole story is out there on my every social media platform. So do your homework on me. I've been through a lot, and I'm all about community, all about helping, all about uplifting. That's why I'm grateful to have Boom here today. But I'm all about inspiring people. So with that said, I want to take it to the next level. Always, I'm always trying to take it to the next level. So it's worth it for me to step from behind my chair to because one thing about me, again, follow me. I'm a natural born survivor. I'm gonna get money. I'm gonna get by. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna
Gonna
eat. I'm gonna
figure it
be
out
good
regardless.
no matter what happens in life, no matter who's the president, no matter what clipper company I work for, no matter nothing. I don't got a mother, father, auntie, cousin, brother, sister, uncle, none of that. I've always been good. So with that said, I'm gonna be good. So one thing I think is cool for me to get from behind a chair and go. So I say this because right now, in a couple weeks, it was actually we're in January, and it was actually my New Year's resolution last year. And I posted it. Y'all can go down to my feed and check it on Instagram.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
posted to motivate everybody that I had no ties with Gamma at that point, Stylecraft, no ties with barely anybody. And I told my motivators at that point, a couple years prior, I had nothing, and I ended up getting my own shop and all that. So, and I did that and showed people on Instagram it was possible. So now I felt like I want to show them something else and do something else. So because they didn't see every bit of that, but now that I'm on Instagram, I can show them every bit. So I was like, watch, I'm gonna just make up something for y'all right here, right now. Something I've always wanted to do was be an educator for Stylecraft. I don't know nobody in the building. By next year, I'm gonna be doing it. So come this year right now, January 11th, I'm getting flown out to the headquarters and I'm gonna be made an educator. So with that
Nice.
said,
Congratulations.
thank you. I
That's
appreciate you,
dope.
brother. So with that said, to go back to if it's worth it, I feel it's worth it because like I said, I'm gonna eat anyway, and now I have a bigger platform. They put me on stages where I could talk to people. Like Boom said, I'll grab that audience. That's why before I showed my worth by being I purposely interjected myself into the industry as host of barber events. So I was asking people let me host their event. I got like 10 events on my belt now. The next one is for the Culture Battle, Cali, and then we got the New Mexico Barber Expo. Like so, I've been going crazy, and I did it on purpose to get my voice out there to help people, and then also to show clipper companies that if you give me a chance to get on your stage and give me a bigger audience, I'll not only sell your clipper, I'll not only cut this shit out of some hair, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
motivate the masses. You feel me? And I'm a pursue my dream within your company and follow the steps of your company. So you're gonna eat, but then my goal of fulfilling my dream of helping people and motivating people, I'm gonna eat. We both gonna eat together. You feel me? So with that said, I think it's way more worth it. You know what I'm saying? But I got my boy Boom in here. So Boom, I want you to get your opinion on Prince's pick. And Prince's pick today is on the clip. And remember, guys, put your opinions in the comments for us. So Prince's pick today is what what strategies would you choose if it wasn't for social media in order to get your clientele up? What I mean by that is if social media didn't exist, without using any social media at all, how would you get a clientele up? Like, what would you do?
Hmm. That's a very good question. When I opened up my barbershop, my first shop, that was in 2010, Boom's Barbershop. and social media wasn't around. Well, Instagram wasn't around. Let me say that. Let me fix that. So Instagram didn't come around till about 2012. So 2010, I was still going out there getting it from the muscle, and I think guerrilla marketing is the best way, even today,
Okay.
to grab new clients. That means door
Can
to
you
door.
explain what guerrilla marketing is for us?
Yeah, that's just putting in that footwork. Those flyers,
Okay.
those business cards, going door to door. Like I'm on a busy intersection over here in Fort Myers, so there's a light right in front of my barbershop. But a lot of people are looking down at their phones, or they're looking up at that light to see if it turned green. They're not looking to the side to know that there's a barbershop there. So I would
Got
stand in the middle of the median, right in that grass right there. I would cross the street, standing there, and knock on people's door, on their windows, and then they would put it down. They would look at me startled. I say, "Hey, I just letting you know they got a barbershop right here." They were like, "Oh shit, you got a
That's
barbershop right
crazy.
there?" So they would do that. Another thing I would do is I would grab business cards, go across the street to the mall, and while people are walking around, I would give them either a flyer or a business card, introduce myself. But I would dress nice doing it. I remember always dressing nice. I would put on something that I normally wouldn't cut hair in, just so I could
Okay.
look like a professional and
There you
grab the
go.
type of clients that I wanted. I wanted
Major
a
key.
Yeah, right. I wanted a higher end type of client. I would go to gyms. I would go to coffee shops. I would talk to people that I knew were business people. Business people normally are at coffee shops or at gyms working out, and
There
that
you go.
those are two places I would talk to. But more than anything, at night when I would go eat or something, I would go to like somewhere like not even expensive. It was like an Olive Garden back then. We're talking
Got you.
15 years ago. I haven't been to Olive Garden forever. I love their breadsticks, by the way.
Hey,
But
yo,
anyway,
Olive
I
Garden's
would go
fire. I
there,
ain't gonna lie. I
right?
just got
Yeah,
hip to Olive Garden like 2 weeks ago. Olive Garden's fire.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
so I would go to the bar and I
Okay.
would get the same thing or whatever, but I would eat at the bar because the bar was the social hub. So
Mm,
there would be people there and you conversating, and I would slip them a card and and tell them a little bit about myself and what have you. But I think that as long as you keep a deck of cards on you, as long as you're taking care of your image, right? Because you want to approach people, and you don't want them to be like, who is this guy or whatever. You want to
right.
attract them. So taking care of your image and while you're doing the guerrilla marketing, I think is the most effective, even today, even with Instagram.
Yeah.
Because a lot of Instagram is like people from other states, other cities. I
Right.
don't want those people. I want people that
Right.
I
Right.
want to build within and then out.
Right.
So a lot of
Right.
people try to build out and then within, but you have to start in your community first. And
I'm glad you
go to
said the thing
school.
about the dressing, like the way you dress, because if for anybody listening, the dressing is the key because the guerrilla marketing, a lot of people use it, but they just go outside and what they got on and they run around.
Right,
You want to be able to, you don't want to repel anyone. Like if you just think of yourself when you're walking, like down your street and along your main street in your city, like a guy just dressed normally walking up to you, maybe a little sketch. A guy in a suit, smelling good, attire right, you know he's coming to sell you something, so you may
right.
still be standoffish, but you may be more likely to at least hear what he got to say.
Yeah. And to the young homies out there, I know it's hard at 18, 19, 20 years old, putting on a suit. It ain't cool to you. You
Right.
want to be
And it ain't got to be
comfortable.
a suit. It ain't got to be
Right,
a
right,
suit.
but they'll make every excuse as to why they won't dress nice.
Right.
Oh, I got to be
Yeah.
comfortable. Oh, my back hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, I got knee
Yeah.
problems. And then they
For
walk into
people
the
that
barber.
don't want to wear the suit, something I do all the time because I'm not wearing no suit either. But I'm sure whatever barbershop you have, they have merch. They have the barbershop merch. Just put on a
Correct,
clean shirt of the barbershop with the logo on
correct,
it and some clean black jeans and some clean black sneakers. That's
right.
all you
That's it.
and maybe the barbershop hat.
Right,
Literally all you have to and smell good and
and
stand up
smell good,
straight with your back straight, your shoulders up, back and your head up and talk properly. That's all
and
you got.
don't
That's
have
what I
and
do.
don't
Black tea everywhere. You see what I
and
do.
don't have your ass hanging out your jeans. Like
That's
like
it.
like
And
like
know how
most
to talk to people.
right, because it's like you think that $30, $40, even that $50 client that comes to you every week, that's cool and everything, but
Absolutely.
but the $150 client, that's the one that I really want,
Exactly.
and he's gonna appreciate.
Exactly.
He's gonna be the one that appreciates that you don't have your pants hanging off your ass, and I mean,
Exactly. And the
and you're
way
walking properly, and you know how to talk and say good morning. You're never too
exactly.
cool to say good morning. You're never too
I was just
cool
that's where I'm
to
going.
say
That's
good
where I'm
afternoon.
going. A lot of people think they're too cool to move a certain way. Leave the ego at the door, because at the end of the day, these people is putting food in your mouth, food in your family's mouth, bread on your butter. You know what I'm saying? Butter on your bread, whatever. Like, you feel me? So leave the ego alone, because that is gonna. I learned in my journey, because I did have a little ego. Once I knew how to cut good, I had a little ego on me. This is years ago. I've been doing this for a little while, but I had an ego on me at one point, and I learned I really needed to shed that, because I would lose the kind of clientele that I want by what I mean by doing by leaving ego. And how you'll do that is thinking that I'm too cool to maybe answer the shop phone and talk professionally. Like, I'll let the secretary answer it, or if they walk in, I'll cut them. You know what I'm saying? Or tell if they ask for me, I'll cut them. Like, leave your ego alone. Now I answer the phone. Well, now it's my business, but before it was my bit answering the phones, like, hello, say the name of the barbershop, talk respectively. And bro, sometimes, like, a lot of time, the person that's calling, they calling because they want to find a barber for themselves, and they about to really spend some money and be loyal to you. But you thinking, your ego is like getting in your way a lot of times of that. Your ego also make you dress a certain way. Let's say you dress the way you dress and you feel like that's the way you should dress, and your ego will say, I want to accept clientele that like how I dress, or you know what I'm saying, or he should accept it. Or if you smoke or something, that you don't want to put cologne on when you go to Gorilla Market, you smell like weed, and you're like, it's 2025, it's legal here, like people smell like it, nobody should care. Bro, none of that matters, because you're gonna reject somebody, you're gonna repel somebody that you didn't even know you were repelling. And then when you're sitting in your chair, not able to get no clients, your shit ain't packed up, your chair not spinning, you wondering why. It's because of all those little things, man.
That's a good point about the weed. Yeah, weed is legal in a lot of states, but just because it's legal doesn't mean that you should be smelling like it. Like, treat weed like the way you would alcohol. Would you want
Exactly.
someone coming up to you smelling like booze and liquor and talking about, hey, I'm a barber, and
Let me cut your
he
hair.
goes, yeah, let me cut your hair, and you
Let me
smell
line you up
straight
with
up
precision.
right. And
While I'm tipping.
let's dim it down. Would you want somebody who's smelling like cigarettes? It just smells
Yeah.
like straight up. That
Or let's
smells
dim
like
it
straight
down
up
even more.
smoke.
Would you want somebody that has the audacity to smell like cigarette and still walk up to you and be trying to sell you some shit, thinking that you
Correct.
just gonna smell his cigarette ass up and be like, yeah, I'm finna come sit in your chair and continue to smell this. Yeah, I'll be
Correct.
there
Correct. So
Wednesday
so
at 9.
that's how
Come
people need to
on.
treat the whole weed thing. So I'm glad that you touched on that. But
All right.
the ego thing is so deep, and people don't realize that they have an ego, and they don't think that they do, and that's a real problem. When you identify, the good thing about you, Prince, that you said I had an ego early on, but once I learned that I had an
You
ego,
gotta
so you
learn and grow every
identified.
day.
Once you identified the problem, you were able to correct the problem. But if
Right.
we are so narrow-minded, and so close-minded, and so egotistical that we don't think that we have an ego, that's your ego right there talking.
That's the
You
ego
know?
right there talking. Is that the ego goes deep, man. So it ain't easy as just let go of the ego. Every day
Yeah.
you should be working on yourself, man. You have to do self improvement every single day. Read books. Don't just freaking watch YouTube videos and all that. The mind inducts information differently when you read. You know what I'm saying? And so read books, man, to better yourself every day and work on your craft every single day. Yo, boom! I'm so grateful to have you on the Clip
I'm
Podcast today.
grateful to be here. I appreciate
D
you.
Blends already told you that he's grateful, and I know my man Tank B Chopper will be definitely grateful if he was here. We
Yes.
appreciate you here on the Clips. Hey, yo, listen, Clips, y'all know every episode I ended off with something motivational, but today on our guest is someone that inspires me and motivates me all the time. So I don't feel right. Like I feel like I just need to let him take my segment on this one. Boom! It's about to be 20. It's 2024's ending. It's about to be 2025. Can you lead the people off with something motivational? Lead us into the year 2025, my man.
For 2025, the best advice I can give anybody, either starting off or that's been in this game for a while, is to always remember that the most valuable thing that you can invest in life is you. Before you start investing in other companies before you start investing in other people in your personal or professional life, start investing in you. Prince, shout out to you for the position that you have now taken on in your professional career working with StyleCraft. Congratulations to you.
Appreciate you,
You've
brother.
invested
Appreciate
in
you.
yourself. You showed up to these shows. You took care of your image. He took care of his physical appearance. He took care of his intellectual. The man speaks well. You have the it factor. You look good. You speak good.
Appreciate you.
You have energy.
Coming
You
from
have
you, I
motivation.
appreciate you.
Work on you first before you try to work with other people or on other people. Pour into you so that way you can pour onto others. Invest in you. And if you have a dream, pursue that dream. Don't think that, oh, I'm gonna go work with this company and you put your dreams to the side. Focus on what your dream is. You're never too old, you're never too young to start. So start doing it now. 2025, invest in yourself.
Yo, couldn't have said it better. No need, nothing else left to be said. Love, peace, and hair grease. We out.
Boom, baby.